I went to chat. I said, what was Michael Jordan's record without Phil Jackson? Give me regular season stats, playoff stats. Give me a mathematical probability what his career would have looked like if he wasn't coached by Phil Jackson. Project likelihood of championships based on the seasons he played without Phil Jackson. So basically, what would have happened if he never had Phil Jackson? 193 and lost 217 times. So he lost more than he won. Let LeBron do some shit like that. It'll be like, oh, he's terrible. They gave me just an overall summary. Bottom line, Jackson's coaching elevated Jordan from great to near perfect. Without him, MJ likely remains an elite scorer with sporadic playoff success, but unlikely to dominate the NBA or amass multiple championships. Over 10 playoff seasons, probability of making even one finals is 30 to 35%, with a 10 to 12% chance to win one championship.
I agree. Michael Jordan was a monster early on. You know what I'm saying? He was a guy that came into the league at the right time when the technology was changing and how the game was able to be viewed and projected. And he was an unstoppable scorer. But the way he played at that time did not lead to wins. You know what I'm saying? We watched him lose time and time again. And this is what I don't like, the disingenuous of when they do the Michael Jordan legacy, is that it basically come down to he only played 6 seasons because he was 6-0 in the finals. Like, well, losing in the first round counts. Not making the playoff counts because you still played those seasons. So I agree. And the thing is that when you look at that with them and say, so Phil Jackson needed them just like they needed, like Michael and Kobe needed him. Sometimes I think people get to talking about Michael Jordan. It's not taken away from who Michael Jordan was and that he wasn't a great player and everything, but I think it gets a lot of jumper cables put onto it and not the truth being told. It's being made more than what it was. Like, and people try to act like you didn't watch this happen. So even going back to the early on when he dropped 60 on Boston, that was great, but he lost. He got swept in the series. He didn't win a game.
Right.
So
can you see the screen, cuz? You see this playoff record? You see that playoff record? 1-3 swept. That's what you're talking about. Then 87 swept again in the first round. Then 4-6 must have won one series right there, and then here 9-8. Right. The domination is not there.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And that's early on in his career. And you look at it from the standpoint, so it's not taken away from him, but that system allowed him to be great. I personally think it's a bad comparison to even compare him and LeBron.